Hi guys, I want to do a quick flip through of my hashtag color combo 2023 in brown and white. I was filming last night and I was going along and along and along and I realized it had quit. So this is just a quick flip through. I did a brown, I think in the UK they call these coin pockets. These little things, I think that's what they call them. I don't know what we call them. We call them little envelopes. These little things. Anyway, I took one of those, and this is what I ended up with. I used a brown paint swipe from I think, I wasn't Sherwin-Williams. I can't remember what the paint company is. I bought a whole book of their paint colors. So I attached that for the brown. A little joy and happiness sticker, stuck a brown tag in. I have this little Santa thing I cut out. It's supposed to be a little camera with a sliding outer picture. I just folded that in half and stuck it in the pocket. I attached this pocket in brown on the front. There we go. Cut out this little typewriter, Merry Christmas to You, stuck that in there. That was on scrapbook paper. A little Merry Christmas sticker. I'm not peeling it apart. Pop that in there for color. And this little Santa, I'm just tucking in like so. Pop him behind there. There you go. That's the front. And the back, I attached, well, we'll do the pocket first. I have the pocket on the back, of course, and I put this piece of an old vintage car with a tree on top. I put that image on there. I made just an old tag, collage paper tag. And then I took a piece of scrapbook paper, cut out this teeny little car, put some lace on there, paper doily, little ticket thing. I punched a hole and then I decided I didn't want a hole. So I attached a brown ribbon for the brown. So that's just a plain tag, plain-ish. And then I have this little brown and rusty brown bulldog clip, brown paper, a little notepad that I made with little very heavily dyed coffee papers and a little flag and a piece of a doily. And I'm just going to attach that on there and boom, there's one of my browns. Brown. Okay. The other thing I did for brown was I thought if I'm going to do these challenges, I might as well end up with an entire project. So I used a brown cinnamon stick on the spine. I started on the outside with my three-hole stitch, went in, came out, and then I went down through the cinnamon stick and back in. I think that's how I did it. I can't remember. Anyway, attached some beads, one brown bead, little dangle, brown doily. I started out with, I have a brown ribbon tie. Started out with cardboard for my base, torn cardboard under there. You can see it peeking out a little bit. Covered it with some old vintage fabric, laid my doilies over it, overlapped it with a quilt that had some brown on it. I feel a sneeze coming on. Cut this doily, cut some little extra pieces and made it swirl around. That's the two covers. Then I overlapped the inside with some fabric underneath there, paper doily actually, and some fabric. And then I layered a couple different laces. Then I just have some really grungy torn pieces of paper, tickets, all those things. I kind of decorated them, a little brown bow on her. I made a frame out of another thing I cut out, an edging of a scrapbook paper. Just some little pages. I made a little vellum pocket on this one with a couple little things in it. And that's brown. just stuck this in there. And this patent office. Tucked that in. Some more brown. Tried to do as much. I've tried to find everything in brown, even though Amy at Crafty Cat says you don't have to stick with brown. So see, Amy, I've got some green. But I kind of like this heavily dyed, coffee stained with all the really dark brown tones. Put a little ticket on there for the flap. I wish it would have been higher because it interferes with my bow, but that's all right. Just really torn pages. Sticker. This little piece of paper here, I tucked it in the lace and turned it into a little pocket with a few brown things. A little lady's ad. Look at how heavy the dye is on that. I just love it. Just love it. Tuck that in. Tuck this little notepad in, paper in, and then this is a sticker that I left intact. And that is the back cover. That's it. That is it for my color combo. Hosted by Tammy at Lou Frou Frou. I think I'm saying that right, finally. So then I'm going to tie it and be done and on to another project, which I'm going to share with you. That has nothing to do with hashtags of any, well, yes, it does. It's hashtag IFAQH. I found a quilt heart. I just came across this group in Facebook. And I thought, oh, that looks fun. You know how they paint rocks? And you leave them here and there. This is, I need a home. I found a quilted heart. So these are quilt hearts cut out of, I believe this is the quilt that I used last night on the. So you cut out your quilt and you can make it puffy like these. These are some more I'm doing. Those aren't done. I have 3 of these started. And you just leave them somewhere. So I've got these started. I'm going to you attach a little tag that says, I need a home. I found a quilted heart, www.ifaqh.com, which is I found a quilted heart. Some of these are decorated up already. I didn't make these specifically for that. I dug them out of my stash. I think I have 11 of them left. I've given a ton of them away. I just get an idea and I sit down and make them. And when I say I have a stash, girl, I have a stash. I did these several years ago. I hung them on grapevines over a window in my, well, the room I'm in, actually. It's an addition. It's the room you come in. It's quite big. It's, I don't know, 18 feet long. It's like I call it the porch, but it's an entire room. So I have a grapevine dingly, dangly, twangly over a window. I'll take a picture someday. And above it, I have a sign that says junk collector. And I had these hanging in the grapevines. So these are going to find a home in the game preserve or at the park, places like that. But I'm going to put some old buttons or something on them. And I'm going to do these 3. But in the meantime, I'm going to get out all my old quilts and start making some. I'll probably do them puffy like this. So that is what's up with me. Other than that, I'm going to go shopping because we have a grocery store chain here called Fairway. It's in Iowa, and I think it goes down into Missouri. And they have ground beef, 10-pound rolls on sale, and I am going to go get a couple and get them in my freezer because I don't like to go shopping when it gets winter. And I think it was $2.99 a pound, so I'm going to roll with it. That's where I'm heading today. Thanks for watching my little flip through. Where did it even go? I've completely lost it. I'm losing it. It's time to go. Bye-bye, guys.